So, I was talking about Sims already. And so, gnomes.
Okay.
So, there's I forget what holiday it is. Because you can have holidays on the certain seasons pack that I have. And there's some holiday where gnomes just show up in your lot. And you have to appease them by giving them gifts. And I've never done that before. I've never seen this holiday before until this recent chick that I'm doing. So that sounds weird. Recent chick I'm playing. So I had 3 gnomes show up. And the first one that I found, I offered coffee, and apparently that wasn't a good gift.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it was coffee, or maybe I gave him fruitcake. I gave him fruitcake. That's probably where I went wrong.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. So then he was mad at me. And then I went downstairs, and there was 2 more, and I gave the one coffee, and that's the one that liked me. And I gave the other one a pie, and I was like, you don't like pie? Because it didn't like me. So their solution, because I begged for forgiveness, and all of a sudden a cloud came up and shocked me, and like full on like lightning strike.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So they broke my TV. They lit me on fire when I was cooking breakfast, and they broke my dishwasher.
That's rude.
I know. So my solution was, because I also have the college pack that they recently put out, and so I put them outside while my chick was in class, because they can teleport into different places in your house. So I'm like, just put y'all outside. The mean ones I put outside. The nice one I kept in the house. You know, good juju and all.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So yeah, that's weird. Gnomes are very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll give more details on that because I was going to talk about more of that. So let me open my week recap. So, one of my recaps is I got a new phone. I love it so much. I'm obsessed. I'm like, am I turning into a blue girly? I have always been a pink girly. But recently, also, I was making my D&D character, and she's wearing blue instead of red. And I'm like, what's happening? And then I got this, and this is blue instead of red. And I'm like, am I blue now?
Maybe.
Baby blue, though. What is with the baby colors for me? Like,
I don't know. I'm like that
baby
too,
pink was my favorite. Now maybe baby blue. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not like I don't like baby pink. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
let's see. Was there a Sims update? I guess I could just tell you what I've been doing on Sims, because I don't know. Did I tell you last time that I'm doing full autonomy?
Yeah.
Okay, because now she's got a full-on husband, and she has a B plus. A lot of that is me making her do her homework, but because they don't like to do that. She wants to get on her computer and play video games or dance to music, and her husband's the same, but her husband's evil. He wanted to so you have these aspirations for your life, and I changed it because I just didn't feel like having an evil character this time around. So he's a pet lover, because one of his like things that are his quirks, or no, what are they called? Like personality traits? Yeah. He's a cat lover. So I'm like, oh, I'll make him like be like a animal lover aspiration. So, but before it was like he's devious, I guess is what one of his like side traits is. And so he wanted like 10 people to hate him and play like mischievous pranks, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So now he wants to adopt a cat, and he wants to meet 10 animals. I was like, awesome. Yeah, that's more my speed.
Yeah.
But my chick's an academic, so she's wants to make like A's, and she wants to tutor people, and She wants to be on the debate team, which you were in.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just
was
like,
fun.
it's random.
Yeah.
Like, why did they pick debate team for academic? Is that just what?
Because it's speech and debate.
I wasn't smart in school, so I don't.
I was.
Yeah.
Only then. I'm not now. Do not let it fool you, okay? That and my French teacher was the instructor for the speech and debate team, so he convinced me to join because he noticed how quickly I could pull together my assignments.
Oh.
And he was like, I think you'd be good for this. And I was like, okay, let's go.
Nice.
And so my thing was, it was called impromptu. And we would pick a quote, we would read it, and then we would either agree or disagree with it. And then we would have to have 3 points as to why. And we had to back that up with either, you know, you could have some fictional, but you could have, but there had to be at least one that was like real, authentic. Hey, this is a thing. This is why. Whether it be a historical figure, a landmark, whatever.
Okay.
You could have like personal reasons. You could make things up on the spot.
Wow.
Nothing had to be factual, but you had to make a good and convincing speech, and the judge would judge you based upon your speech, not upon your reasoning.
Oh.
Like, you could disagree with something.
I thought the whole point was to make someone believe of why you, like, whatever it was that you...
So it depends on your category.
Oh,
So my
gotcha.
category was impromptu, but then there's debate categories where you have somebody has to take a positive, somebody has to take a negative, and then you go head to head.
Okay.
I don't like to argue,
I don't either.
so it was not for me.
Yeah, I
And
ran
then-
away from arguments.
There was like drama ones,
Oh.
or humorous one, like funny ones and stuff, and like but it would be called humor, and it was just different categories. So like for humor, I had a friend who was in there, and he did I don't know, he had some piece, but like he would act it out, but like it was just one person dressed in formal clothing, and they memorized a piece and would act it out, or, you know, whatever. But it wasn't like acting. It was like somebody standing in one place, maybe taking a few steps. Like, but having a whole thing. Like, almost like reading a story, but like telling it and like having fun with it.
Oh,
Or the
okay.
drama ones. Some of them might be emotional.
Wow.
One time, just to see if we could try to qualify for nationals, because impromptu was something that only Ohio, or not only Ohio, but it was in Ohio, but not in other states. And so we went to like an out-of-state competition to qualify for nationals. And me and my friend from my category did a piece based on Tangled.
Fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Oh.
We did terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was thrown together very last minute.
Okay. That's one of Boo Boo's favorite movies. It's one of mine, too.
Yeah, it's one of mine too. It's really good.
I love Tangled.
It was also my friend's favorite, so we were like, oh yeah, we got this. We did not got this.
Yeah.
terrible.
We did not got this.
We didn't remember half of it. Neither of us really did. It was so bad. But we had fun.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Yeah. I guess that's the most important
Yeah.
part. Is that you had fun. Especially back in high school, you know.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't have much fun back in high school.
me either. As we know, as I went to homeschool in 10th grade. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess I could go into. Well, I don't know. Should we? I don't know words. I forget what day it was. I think it was like Wednesday. I don't know. It was like very like soon after we got done with this, but we went outside, and now Boo Boo discovered how fun the garden hose is because she was terrified at first, but we were cleaning the turtle tank,
Yeah.
and the way that I guess maybe I was spraying a rock or something, and it wasn't on. It was on jet, so obviously we didn't want her to touch it.
Yeah.
And maybe that just freaked her out a little bit. But then I put it on mist, and I was just like putting it above her head, and she just thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
She loved it, and then all by herself she figured out how to spray me. So like I'm like this close from her, like me to you, and she just sprays me right in the face, and I'm like, ow, my gosh. And she of course thought that was super funny, and I'm like, oh, rude.
Yeah.
But then we started like just having fun with it and just spraying each other. And she likes when I yell at bees, carpenter bees. I'll tell them to like go away or we don't like you, and she just thinks it's so funny.
Yeah.
She goes into giggle fits. It's so funny. I
love
it so
that.
much.
I
Yes.
love giggle fits.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to talk about her future band name, so
Oh my
for dinner
gosh.
tonight she had macaroni and cheese, and she said, "Who needs spoons?" So
Yeah.
she picks up a fistful of macaroni, and Joshua was like, "That sounds like a band name."
Yeah.
We both
It
died
was
laughing.
so funny and so good, like so witty, like just
Yes.
good timing.
Yeah, it
just
was, like,
came
right
right
away.
in with it. He
Yep.
was like, "Hey, that's a band name." Like,
And now I see like a metal group.
yes,
Like, we're a fistful of macaroni.
that yes, metal or like somebody's like teenage garage band.
Yes.
that isn't that great, but they're trying really hard.
Yeah.
And their mom's mad the whole time because it's so loud and she
Yep.
can't get any peace in the house.
Yeah. Even though it's
Yeah.
in the garage and whatnot, but
Right.
she can't hear herself think.
Yep.
Yeah. That feels like Freaky Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. You want to do a recap on Scooby Dooby Doo? I mean,
Well,
I could.
I was
most
about
of
to
it.
say, like, he lives here now.
Yeah, he does. So it's been a week since he's been at my house.
Is he around
And
here
this
somewhere?
boy is trying to find a woman so bad.
I told you. He wanted a girlfriend so bad.
He does. He goes around the house at like, I want to say from 9:30 to, I don't even know. I think I was still, like, I could still hear him when I woke up briefly at like 7:30. So, like, he is out here looking for a lady.
He is trying his darndest.
Yes. Yes, he is.
He wants one so bad. He wants a honey.
He does.
And nobody wants to be his honey.
Well, yeah, especially my girls. They are both fixed.
Yeah.
And one is literally like 13, like twice his age.
Like, no.
And I forget how old Ivory is. She at least has to be like 5 or 4. 5 probably. And so
'Cause
like
he's one. He's not even one.
yeah, exactly. And like she's the most gentle cat, but her growling at him, I was like, "Oh man. Like that's weird." I'm used to that with Lily. Like Lily don't like nobody.
Yeah.
But but yeah. Like and I remember there's Ivory. Cuz I remember when we first got Ivory, Lily was even bigger of a mess than she is now. So at least maybe adding another one instead of like the first time, it's easier for her.
Yeah.
But
She's like, oh, of course, another
the
one.
way that he right, the way he rolls around and stuff, like I remember her doing that, and like she always followed around Lily, and like even when Lily would growl at her, she's like, "Oh, you want to be my friend?" It's like that's not what that means. Like what is
Yep.
wrong with you? Because he does the same exact thing. They'll be growling at him, and he's like, "Oh, you want to be my friend? You want to be my girlfriend?" Like,
Yeah. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, leave them alone. They don't want you. For more than one reason. Like,
They're like, look, the parts are not there anymore.
yes. I don't think about that.
Like, it is not on my mind. I got better things to do, like lay here and be unbothered.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a mood.
And apparently for, like I told you earlier, I looked it up on Google, and there is nothing you can do Can you hear him?
I did see the audio things move a little bit.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. Hopefully you can hear that enough. So he'll do that all night.
Come here.
Come here. And I wanted to ask you a question. So I noticed maybe yesterday. Yeah. I called him little boy and he came right to me. Did you ever call him little boy?
Oh, yeah, baby boy.
Okay, because he was
Come
like,
here, baby
"Oh, you're talking
boy.
to me?
Baby boy.
Come here, boy.
Come here, boy.
Come here, boy." See, he's coming
Come
right
here.
to us. He's like, "My name's not Scooby. My name is Boy."
Come here, baby boy.
Boy, go to your mouth.
Hello.
It's a doobers.
No.
Let me love you
No.
for 3 seconds. You know that. So that's a Scooby. If you didn't see on last week's picture,
Yeah.
because
Hey,
I
you
mean
know,
you
this
could
is better.
see him, but you couldn't at the same time.
Yeah.
It was a lot of red pillow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a theme. You've got a red pillow.
Yeah. Look at that. She has red pillow too. But yeah, so maybe that's why he answers the boy then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. He said,
Yeah.
baby boy.
and I was trying to teach
Good boy.
Boo Boo to say boy. And she says that better than Scooby.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's saying sorry. We were very confused about that.
Yeah.
Gooby.
Great. We're going to get my cat mom personality in here.
That's okay. I was getting emotional yesterday. I think I am close to getting my period though, because I was nervous that Lily was getting stressed out from him chasing her, you know. And I go through those moments though because she's my firstborn, she's my baby.
Yeah.
And so like him stressing her out, because I also did the same thing when I had Ivory the first. Like I was worried that she was stressing her out. I was like, she and hers. Anyway.
Huh.
Whoa! I don't get it, man. But anyways, I was like, we could just lock him in the bathroom at nighttime. Because, no offense to Scooby, but my girls are my priority.
Yeah.
And I was getting emotional saying that. And I'm like, they're not even my, like, kids. They're my cats.
But still.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
Oh, I know. And we both believe in, like, natural selection and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't mind if my cats teach him a lesson.
Yeah. No.
So,
He's got it coming if he tries something. Like,
Right.
That's...
do what you want, man.
No, it moved when I had Scooby. I
Okay.
just now noticed it, and I was like,
Yeah.
because I noticed I was having to lean in more to get
Yeah.
close to the mic. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Well, before I go into my long spiel about D&D, do you want to talk about the wear t-shirt thing?
Oh my god. Okay. So, once upon a time, I had a t-shirt, which will be shown here. Because I made pictures that are good for here. Okay. The picture that we are showing does not have my face, but it does have my body. That is me wearing this shirt. And you can see how vibrant the colors are from when I first got it. And it's been almost 5 years since I was with my ex-boyfriend. And I have not seen this t-shirt since then. So I figured,
Probably wasn't thinking about it.
No, I left some things behind because I didn't feel fully safe getting out of there with everything that had gone down. So, yeah. Haven't seen it, but a couple weeks ago, scrolling through my memories on Facebook, as you do, and I came across something that I shared with his family, like a memory that was with them. And I was like, okay, well, let's see what they're up to, and just kind of scrolling through. Because, they were my family for 4 years. Like, I loved them very much. And so I was, just kind of checking on them, seeing how they're doing and stuff. And then I come across this picture. but without all of the things that I have done to protect the identity of the weird. Because why are you wearing my shirt? And this was posted about a month ago. So and you can tell that it's the same shirt. It's just faded because it's been over 5 years since I bought the shirt.
Did he even like what's on the shirt? Like, I forget what's
Panic
on
at
the
the
shirt.
Disco.
Okay,
Yeah.
does he like them? But you can't buy a super faded shirt like that.
No,
I don't
you can.
think.
Not of that one. Not
Okay.
unless you had went out and bought it intentionally. But like me and him basically wore the same size because I always got my t-shirt a size up, and that was the size that he wore. And so like I'm not surprised that he kept it because he just always kind of like kept t-shirts. But like I don't know, it's just so weird to me because who wears their ex-girlfriend's t-shirt for 5 years?
Yeah. Because I was
Like,
like, could he mistaked it for his shirt? But
it's like very slim possibility for that. I am almost positive he knows that that's my shirt.
yeah.
And I mean, if he doesn't, then he doesn't.
But still, like, you can connect the dots and be like, that's mine.
Right. Like, Panic at the Disco was my entire personality back then. You know.
Yeah, I was.
Like, you've been my best friend way longer than that. So, you know, at that point, that was my entire personality.
Mm-hmm.
So, for him to not remember that, like, it's not that it... The reason it wouldn't surprise me is because how little he paid attention to me and who I even was as a person in our relationship. But that aside, because like I genuinely like, I'm not trying to put myself down even when I say this, but like I don't think he would still be hung up on me. Like, it's been a long time.
The way the breakup happened, though,
But
I don't think he'd
this
hold on.
long.
Yeah, I don't think he'd hold on that long.
Yeah. Like,
maybe, I mean, I know you hold a lot of guilt for how you left,
yeah.
but I'm glad you left. Because
I
I don't know
just-
if you'd still be here.
Yeah. Because one way or another, I don't think I would be.
Yeah.
Probably more likely my own doing.
Yeah.
But
I didn't want to
So.
say that, but, well, for your, I'm glad you said it and I didn't.
yeah.
Because that's for you to share and not me. But,
Right.
yeah. Because that was we didn't talk all that much then either.
No, we really didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I was very isolated from my friends and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, too, is, like, he knew that I hated going anywhere by myself. I always wanted him to be with me, or I at least just didn't want to be alone.
Right. That's
And,
how
like, driving alone,
that's how
none
I
of
feel
that.
now. Like, I can drive by myself, but like for me, I'm just too afraid of other people.
Yeah.
And so like I don't like to go by myself anywhere. Like I'll drag my mom, or
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the conscious effort of we need to hang out more than just the podcast. So
Yeah.
like maybe I'll try to hit you up more often, like to go places.
Yeah.
But now I feel kind of bad right now because you're in the process of moving. And I
Yeah.
don't know how some people are going to react to it.
Yeah.
But and that's why I'm really glad, because that was kind of a dark era in your life.
Yeah. It was. The thing about it, too, is like, I have been kind of like in and out of dark eras for the last few years.
Yeah,
since
but I'm
leaving
glad
him.
you always get out of them.
Yeah.
And we still had a friendship after being apart for, like, not apart, but not talking for.
But that's the thing, too, is like we literally didn't even see and I'm telling you, like, I already know that the only reason we ended up even hanging out then was because, like, I had to cancel because of this or that, and like we kept putting it off and putting it off.
Yeah.
But then, like, we finally got to hang out. He wasn't even involved.
He didn't like hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried so hard. He
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, manipulation is so crazy the way that it works.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I'm very strong-willed. I'm very strong-minded. I'm good at catching toxic. I usually stay. That's the problem. I know it's toxic and I stay. And you know that.
Yeah.
But, like, I couldn't even see what he was doing.
That happens, though.
Like, I couldn't even realize that, like, he would tell me that he didn't want to go somewhere because he didn't want me to go either. Because, like, the second I would leave, I'd be like, oh, well, he doesn't want to go because he doesn't want to be around me. But then the second I would leave, he was texting me.
Mm. Well, just for the control part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, he didn't want me going anywhere. But he didn't want to go anywhere either. He wanted to be at home, be on his game, and then I could cater to him. Whatever he needed.
Maybe that's what the guys that you seem not to go after or whatnot, just because I noticed that a lot of your interests are they need a mommy, not a girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he lived with his mommy.
Well, not at the time.
Oh.
And honestly, their relationship was so strained.
Oh.
And then I got in my wreck.
Yeah.
And lost my car. And then, honestly, I feel like if I hadn't have lost my car like that, though, I would have never found out that he was cheating on me.
So, as you can see, it's a long droning on.
Okay.
Because I'm, okay, so, D&D. Sorry, it was so heavy.
Sorry.
But it's also
Back to
important.
goofy things.
It's important.
It is.
Because there might be someone out there that needed to hear it.
Yeah.
Because you did eventually leave and you got out.
Yeah.
And then you were able to tell your story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Important.
Still just a waitress.
Who cares? I know somebody that's in their, like, 60s that's a waitress. So, like...
Well, then that's just funsies.
Exactly. Maybe. This country doesn't really take care of their older people.
True. Not anymore.
No. At all. Anyway, so we finally had our, like, playing of D&D. And so my husband is the DM, which is Dungeon Master. So he's the guy that does the whole, like, situations, and he's writing the story, and he has to, it seems very complicated because, like, it depends on how people roll, and it is the situation, and a whole big thing. And the way that I can tell sometimes how stressed he is about it, because, like, it seems like he's eat, sleep, and what's the other one? Breathe. D&D right now. The poor dude. Anyway, so this is how the first one starts out. So, we were all strangers to each other. Our journey begins in a tavern where we all were hired to transport a creature to another island. We all got in a ship, but had to be silent to keep poachers off of our trail to keep the creatures safe from poachers. But at nightfall, a storm came in fast and tossed the boat into something like a rock that caused the boat to start to sink. So we had to abandon ship. We boarded a small rowboat and headed to shore. Half of us can't see, but the ones who can, because some of us are elves. And a cat. Really can only see vague outlines of tall mountains in one direction, so we start rowing towards the landmass. When we make it to the beach, one of us, an elf, jumps off of the boat and hightails it for the trees. All of us are very confused by what he's doing. I didn't write this down, but personally I thought he was working for something else, or like trying to get all the money for himself is why he was going. But all of us were very confused. In the distance, which was too far away for us to hear, he runs further. He wanted to know where the creature had gone, but gave up. So I was right. The next of us, a Warforged, which that's basically a robot, I guess. Also gets out of the boat and heads towards the trees, probably to see what the elf was doing. This is from my perspective, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. It's kind of like a journal entry for my character. That's what I wanted this to be like.
Yeah.
Boop-a-doo. He doesn't make it far, though. The bard tabaxi. Now, a bard is a character that follows around adventurers to make music about their life. And a tabaxi is a cat, a human cat.
Oh.
Yeah, like a human-y cat form. It's, they're kind of cute. She is sick and throwing up. As her head is overboard, she looks into the ocean and sees what she thinks is the creature coming towards her. I do not see anything. So because that's why she is sick and throwing up, is because we all had to do a constitution roll, and she rolled a natural 1, which is the worst case scenario. And that's why she was sick and throwing up, is because she has no constitution. Which is so funny, and that's why it's so fun with the game. I wish you were interested, because it'd be so fun. I'm
not
extremely
interested.
The Goliath, which you know what a Goliath is, right? Yeah. Says that he sees the flying creature we are transporting in the sky heading to the other side of the island. For some reason, he gets out of the boat and is standing there acting like a protector. I, as well as the tabaxi and half-elf, find it strange. And we're all women. As we're trying to figure out our next steps, we suddenly hear bubbling coming from the ocean behind us. The half-elf yells saying zombies, which makes the Warforged come running back. We are all ready for battle. Our first battle was a difficult one, as we learned the hard way that zombies are awful creatures who just keep getting back up. And as me being an elf, I don't like zombies or anything unnatural, so hate them. I learned that their weakness is holy light. Yeah. A couple notable mentions of the battle is when the tabaxi ran at one of the zombies, jumped off the back of the boat, and headbutted it. It didn't do any damage, but I respect it.
Yeah.
The Goliath was badly wounded after being body slammed by a zombie, and we discovered that the half-elf is a healer. She heals him, but he's still a little hurt. I almost fatally killed the tabaxi because as I was about to shoot a zombie, my hand slipped from my arrow and it struck her instead. After the battle was won and all the zombies were dead, I ran over to heal her, restoring her to full health. End of chapter 1. And how long do you think that took?
Probably a few hours.
We got there and we got fully set up and everything by 6:30. We did not leave until 10:40.
Yep.
Wow. And there's so much I cut out too, because with how it works is everyone has a turn and we just go around and do our turns. And there was so much that I was trying to squish in, like this round this person did this, but I'm like, that's just droning on and on and on.
Yeah.
Because basically all my character did was stay on the beach far away from the zombies and shoot bow and arrows. That's what I did most of the time. Because and I did one magical, like one spell, but that was really it. But yeah, our one friend. Can you guess who the tabaxi was? Her name out. Yeah. Because the part where she headbutted, I was like, that is so her.
Yes, that is so her.
I laughed so hard when she did that. And, like, the way that her character is, like, no matter what she would have rolled then, the headbutt would have done nothing. Because of how her character sheet is, and same with mine. Like, if I would have done that, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't believe I almost killed her. And it's because I rolled a natural 1. So he's just like, oh, well, pull a number between 1 and 6. And I was like, 3. He goes, okay, so roll how much damage. And I forget how much it was. And then he was like, it didn't matter which number you picked, because 1 through 3 would have been, and 4 through 6 it would have been. I'm like, ah, crap. I would have hit anybody.
Is he the Goliath?
Yes.
I knew it! It's the only thing that makes sense.
Right? Oh, why am I getting my... I got to keep my phone out.
My dream?
Did you want to talk about that?
Oh, where I won that Publishers Clearinghouse thing and got my own place, all this stuff, get on my feet, doing great, never have to work a day of my life again, and I invite the 2-letter name X to come and stay with me. Because I'm an idiot, I guess. I don't know, but there are so many better choices that I have.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder why your brain picked him.
Because it wanted to throw me a curveball.
Oh.
It was like, hey, bet you haven't thought about this one in a while. And I was like, no, I have not. Thank you very much. Not like that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Today, we have 2 AITAs, a relationship advice, because I thought that'd be fun, and a petty
could
revenge.
use that. I could use the relationship advice for the relationship I'm not in.
The one that I picked is honestly, I don't know.
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
So do you want to read an AITA, or do you want to read a relationship advice, or petty revenge? What do you want to read? Do you want to go for the, like...
I'll do AITA.
Okay. We'll just pick the first one. There you
Okay.
Ow. Oh, it's blocking your face completely when
Oh.
you bend down. This is a learning curve for us. We got these brand new beautiful mics. And courtesy of our tech guy, my husband, that he set it up for us. And if my shirt could please stay out of my rolls, it'd be great.
Hey, listen. I get it. Okay. AITA for not wanting to attend my brother's wedding because... And for calling my
Right?
sister-in-law's rules stupid.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it was incomplete when she was she, I don't remember which one it is.
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay. I'm a 27-year-old female dentist, and my brother, 32 male, and his soon-to-be wife, 27 female, are getting married in less than 2 months. Let's call my sister-in-law Abby. Abby and I never had a relationship of our own. We definitely don't hate each other, but we are not besties. We just exist in each other's presence. I noticed that in the invitation to their wedding that Abby requested the dress code to be all women in the wedding to wear off-the-shoulder dresses, suits, or anything just off the shoulder. Doesn't matter the color or the sequence unless it is off the shoulder. Now, as I said, I am a dentist, and as many people already know, dentists may not have the best back/shoulder posture ever. And I'm not an exception, and I always tend to wear outfits that do not emphasize that part of my body. Now, the type of clothing
I want to do that plenty, don't worry.
dress code demands need someone with a good back posture because that's the emphasis. I totally lack that, and yes, I did try one dress off the shoulder on and looked absolutely horrendous. So I asked if the dress code is really that important and if I have to abide by it, but my brother told me Abby stressed on the dress code so much. And Abby was like, if she leeways me, she has to leeway everyone. I was kind of baffled that so much importance was placed on a certain type of clothing with no explanation given. And I don't get that when people are like, my wedding has to be picture perfect, what I dreamt that it would be when I was 5 years old.
I understand that for the wedding party. But, like, if you're not in the wedding...
I thought this was for the wedding.
Is it the wedding party?
I think it means the wedding party.
Oh.
Because it said For all the women in the wedding.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I can kind of understand, but also the way that my, like, and, like, also my cousins, like, she let us pick out whatever style that we wanted. We just had to be all the same color.
Yeah.
And I don't see what's wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I went with my friend shopping, hoping I'd find one that I looked not so clownery in. I tried on so many different fits, looked like crap in all of them, so I told my mother, since they are so attached to that dress code, then I think the best option here is for me to not go. So I wouldn't ruin their organization and I wouldn't have nightmares about how awful I looked in that event. But my mom got mad at me and said I'm being dramatic for not wanting to be there for her brother. Yeah, now it's kind of seeming like it's not the wedding party. Up
Yeah,
here
I
it says
know.
in the wedding, so like but
Yeah. I feel like she needs to explain a little bit more. Like, is it all wedding guests?
Right.
Or is it wedding party?
Right.
Because it's a little eccentric for you to expect everyone coming to your wedding.
Yeah, you
be, like,
shouldn't tell
off
them
the
what to
shoulder
wear.
only.
Like,
I understand some colors are out of the question.
yeah, obviously.
But that's really all I could feasibly think of.
Yeah. Like, just don't go there with the intention to outshine the bride. You're good to go.
Exactly.
Okay. But my mom got mad at me and said I'm being dramatic for not wanting being dramatic for not wanting to be there for my brother and family just over a dress. I told her I want to attend, but I also want to look good and feel pretty, and they are sticking to such a stupid rule and they can't provide a meaning. Regardless, I respected that and decided not to ruin their image of how they want their wedding. My mom said my absence will also ruin things because the guests will wonder why the sister is not attending when I'm healthy. I told her, well, the guests will also wonder why I look like I could be the guy of Hunchback Notre Dame.
Oh my gosh, that is dramatic though.
Okay, I'm not that bad, but you get the gist here. My mom is still mad at me. Haven't told my brother and sister-in-law yet. Honestly, I might have kind of a hot take on here.
Okay.
Because, like, the rule is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The rule is stupid. Don't get me wrong. You have no right to tell your wedding guests what they can and can't wear.
Right.
However, why are you so concerned with the way that you look at somebody else's wedding?
Exactly. And I would feel bad.
I would feel so bad for
Yeah.
not going. I would just
Because
suck it up
then
and try to
she-
stay out of pictures.
Yeah, because the
Or,
point
like-
of being in, so if it was the wedding party that she's in,
Then that's different too.
but also like
that-
she's gonna stick out if she's the only one not in like one shoulder. You're gonna
Yeah.
stick out, look more important than maybe the bridesmaid. I mean,
like,
not the bridesmaid.
Nobody's
but
gonna be
maid
looking
of
at
honor.
your neck
Yeah.
and your shoulders.
Yeah,
Nobody's
no.
gonna be doing that.
I think she's just being.
I'm
very
insecure about my posture
insecure.
and stuff.
Well, yeah, who
But
isn't?
like when I came to your wedding, like
It was off the shoulder.
yeah, it was one shoulder,
And a lot of people felt
and-
very exposed because a lot of you are bigger breasted than me,
Yeah.
especially at the time. And so, like, a lot of you felt like you were going to, like, pop out. So I get it. Yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
I'm always insecure about like my arms or like my
Same.
like different things
Especially
like that.
now that I've gained weight.
But,
I'm
like-
more insecure about stuff.
But my whole thing, I was like, I'm in my best friend's wedding. I don't care.
And maybe that's what it is. She doesn't like the bride.
Yeah.
So maybe she's just, like, overblowing it some.
Yeah.
Because I mean, go ahead.
She's definitely being dramatic.
Yeah, I think so. Feels like there's something in my nose. Ugh.
Like they're both being
Mm-hmm.
the
And I understand because planning a wedding myself, it was very stressful. I tried to cut any corners that I could not to be stressed out.
yeah.
So, like, that's why I didn't really care about what people wore that were not in the wedding party. I didn't care where people sat. That's why I chose a buffet, because I didn't have to worry about like caterers or anything.
Yeah.
Like I was just trying to cut any corners that I could. And maybe that's why she's so stressed out. Maybe she's over planning. And that's what it sounds like it is, over planning. Because one person said, NTA, so are all the 90-year-old grannies going to be wearing off-the-shoulder outfits? As a granny myself, that would be freaking horrifying. Because then maybe she's just a guest then because of that, you know? I don't know.
It's so confusing.
Mm-hmm. I think the internet has said she's, NTA.
Yeah. Like, she's not, but she's definitely being dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
She's taking it too far. Like, it's not her fault that they have a stupid rule, and the rule is very stupid.
Yeah.
However, like, if that's your sibling that you care about.
Yeah. I would wear a paper bag if my brother got married.
Yeah.
Like,
so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people just put way too much pressure on things.
Yeah.
And people are too concerned with their own image.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am very insecure about myself, but at the same time, I am not going to let that stop me from going somewhere that I am really going to miss out on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because that's one thing about weddings, and maybe our families are different, but a wedding is a happy time.
Yeah.
So why would I want to miss out on that because I feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, that's just no.
Yeah.
I love going to social gatherings like that.
Right.
Like positive energy ones, sign me up.
Exactly.
I don't want to go to clubs and stuff. I want to go to weddings and little kids' birthday parties. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the fun things.
Yeah, our next Saturday is so busy. Oh my goodness. We're going on a triple date, and we're going to a little kid's birthday party. She's going to be 3. Yeah, next Saturday is so busy. Because then he wanted to try to plan something else the same day, too. And I was like, I don't think we can squeeze it in.
No.
I don't think it's going to be possible. Because one's in, like, the beginning of the, like, afternoon, and one's, like nighttime. So, like, maybe if it's something morning. That's all I can think of. So the next one is a relationship advice. And it's, how do I convince my 35 male... he's 35 male, and wife is 35 female. I hate how people word things like that sometimes. Because I was like, his wife is a male? I mean, it's possible, I guess. But, like, I don't know. Anyway, to stop sleeping in every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Oh, no.
Right. I, 35 male, have a 3-year-old with my wife, 35 female, and of 5 years. We both work full-time and make about the same income. We split household chores and childcare during the week. Our days both start at 7:30 a.m. during the work week and end at 9 or 10 when our daughter goes to sleep. I go to bed around 11 p.m., but my wife stays up until 2 to 3 for me time, which I'm guilty of. I'm a big proponent for me time, and so is he. So, when we get to the weekend, our daughter wakes up at 7:30, but my wife will not get out of bed until 10 to noon, Saturday and Sunday. By the time we finish breakfast, it's almost nap time and the morning is gone. I'm guessing what he means by finish breakfast is he's waiting for her to eat breakfast, I think. Yeah. It was worse before our daughter was born. When getting her out of the house before 1 p.m. was a battle, I used to work out, make breakfast, and run errands. With a toddler, I feel trapped in our small living room. I can't take our daughter anywhere further than 10 minutes. Wife gets really upset at missing out and expects us to come back when she wakes up. I feel like we're wasting her childhood in our living room waiting for mom to wake up. Sorry, my phone popped with something. wakes up. I feel like we're wasting her childhood, blah, blah, blah. Okay, going to the fair or zoo or aquarium or something is a lot of work by myself, and wife will be mad that she missed out. Talking about it has gotten nowhere. She expects praise for only sleeping in until 10. The responses I get are, it's the weekend, I shouldn't have to wake up early. We don't have concrete plans, why rush? I'm tired from the week and need more sleep. I can't go to bed earlier, I haven't had enough me time, and I'm not tired enough. I'm at a total loss at this point. How can I get my wife to wake up when our daughter wakes up and help parent? TLDR. I don't know what that means. Wife insists on sleeping in every Saturday/Sunday until 10 a.m. or noon, and I have to solo parent our toddler on unpredictable schedule since she wants us home when she wakes up.
TLDR means too long, didn't read. It's basically like long story short.
Nice. Basically. Okay, I like that. So, in my opinion, I can get it being a mom myself. Like, you want to sleep in, especially for but I don't work, so maybe there's added pressure of, well, I didn't get to sleep in during the week because it's not like I get to. But I think it's unfair on the husband because if they both work, then maybe suggest like, well, I'll do Saturday if you want to do Sunday, waking up with her. That way both of us would have to get up early with her.
But that's the thing is, like, he's acting like he would be up early regardless.
Maybe he's a morning person.
And she's not.
Yeah. That's
what I think. But at the same time, how many times have you heard the phrase of, like, you know, there's two kinds of people in this world, and it's a morning person and somebody who's not a morning person, and they marry each other.
Right. That's how I am, I believe. Sometimes, though. Like, but I'm trying to think of it as trying to work together at parenting, because it should never be...
Yeah. It shouldn't be all on one person.
It shouldn't be you fighting either. It should be working together to raise this kid to be a good human.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if she really just wants a day to sleep in, let her pick the day and be like, okay, you pick Saturday and I'll get up with her on Sunday. And that way you can look forward to Saturday being your sleep in day.
Yeah.
And that is your designated day. And then mine's the next day. Even if I'm up, you're the solo parent.
I'm not even a parent, and I have a designated
sleep-in
day, and that is Sunday. Sunday is my day.
Mine is Saturday, and because he knows that...
I don't get to sleep in this weekend, I'm so mad.
Oh. I probably won't be able this weekend, but he knows that I get up with her every day, and I'm solo parenting throughout the day by myself, every day. So Saturday is my designated day where I could stay in bed if I want to, and he'll do whatever in the morning, which most of the time I just get up anyways. But that's the day he wakes her up and does the stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he should try to do is...
Yeah, just try to work with her, like, start getting things, like, just start incorporating things in. Or, like, you know, maybe say, like, hey, let's make concrete plans for this day. Like, let's put up a calendar and put, like, hey, we're going to do this on this day. Like, it's not about rushing. It's about making sure you have as much time to have a really good, fun day as possible.
Right. Like, because their daughter also deserves that.
Exactly.
Because she has working parents and they don't get to say
And it's either that but, like, if you're going to have your sleep-in days, you don't get upset.
Right.
If he wants to take her and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not your right. You are absolutely holding her back from things.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, she's just a toddler now, but, like, it's just,
The longer it goes on, though,
Yeah.
the harder it's going to be to break.
Exactly.
Because what you said about the concrete plans or whatever, this person said, make a concrete plan the night before. Like, I want to take daughter to the zoo tomorrow, and we're going to leave at the house at 10 a.m. If she's not up, go without her. If she really cares about missing out, she'll adjust her schedule. And either way, your kid will get to go to the zoo.
And like the thing about it too, about like, oh, she says like, well, she's not tired enough yet. So she waits to go to sleep until she's actually tired. Start taking melatonin. Start like doing things to wind yourself down, not keep yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing too, is like, I feel, and I'm not a parent. So I'm not speaking from experience. But I feel like oh God, now I lost my train of thought. It happens.
Yeah.
It just, boom.
Ooh. Yeah. Well,
I was going to make such a good point
about?
too. You just read something.
About making the concrete plans, going without her, and if she really cares about missing out, she'll adjust her schedule.
That's not what I was going to say. Oh, the me time thing. So I feel like sometimes, and my sister was guilty of doing this too a lot. But again, not experience. But you want so much me time that then you sacrifice sleep time.
Yeah.
And then
I'm guilty of it too.
You have to get up early, and then you're mad about it.
Yeah.
And I'm even guilty of that. And I don't have kids, but I have my nieces, and like our thing now, since we moved out of her like elementary school zone, for the oldest, I now take her to school every day if my sister's at work. So, Friday I get to sleep in because she's off, and I'm off, so I'm excited. Oh my goodness. I'm going to write something down really quick so that I don't forget it, but I don't want to talk about it now because we will get way off track.
Okay. And I'll wait for you to get done with that before I bring up this next point.
No, go ahead. I can listen and type.
So what you were saying about me time and sacrificing sleep time for me time is I'm guilty of that too. And that's talking from experience. But also, and maybe it's from experience of being a stay-at-home mom because I'm with her all the time by myself, that I have full confidence that I could take her to the zoo by myself. I just don't want to because I try to make the conscious effort of including my husband with the parenting. I want him to experience her seeing things for the first time or enjoying something. So I try to make the conscious effort of that, but I can go stir crazy. Like there's times when he comes home from work and I'm like, if I don't get out of this house, I'm going to burn it to the ground. Like I need out. So I can understand his situation. Like I feel trapped and there's nothing I can do. But also if you only have one 3-year-old, you can take her to the zoo. Yeah. You can go. Yeah. That's just normal. I understand if you got 3-year-olds, that's crazy. But like, speaking from experience, only having one kid, that's not hard.
And the thing about it too is like, in this day and age, there's so many moms that are out here doing it by themselves.
Oh, I know. I can't praise them enough being a single mom.
Imagine, like...
Or dad.
Imagine if, like, she was to complain about him to somebody else. Like, imagine the way that they would just roast her. Like, you have a man that wants to get up. Like, if you want to sleep, sleep. But he's going to go. He's going to take a kid and they're going to go somewhere. And you get to sleep.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I'd love to be able to sleep. Like, I just want to sleep sometimes.
Same.
Like, I do, like, if I wanted to call off work on a day where I work in the morning, I would still have to get up and get my niece ready for school. I would still have to get up and do that and take her. Because I got to take her now. Because we're right around the corner from my mom's work, basically. You could almost throw a rock and hit the building. But, so her school is on the other side of town. I got to, get her in the car and take her every morning. Which is fun. If you, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's a lot of people saying, like, I've taken my nieces and nephews to the zoo before by myself. And that's multiple kids. Like, I can get where maybe he's upset because he just wants to enjoy this time with his wife, too.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, but... And if she's not communicating with you, that is very stressful. Yeah. Because not everybody can communicate.
It seems like there's more issues that need to be worked on, too. Like, something's not... Not that I think he's doing something wrong.
Right.
But, like, there's got to be something else going on with her.
And maybe she's burnt out.
Maybe.
And that's why she needs to sleep. Maybe he's a more active person and that's how he can stay working, and then on the weekends he wants to do something. Maybe he's just more active of a person, and maybe she's got depression or something. We don't know.
Yeah.
And so maybe she's just burnt out and there's just so much on her mind and she needs to take a nap. And if you're going to bed at 2 or 3 and waking up at 7:30, ugh. Like, I want to throw up just thinking about that. No, thank you. Anyway,
absolutely not.
So do you want to read a Petty Revenge or AITA?
Petty Revenge.
Awesome.
Okay. Husband gives epic petty gift after ongoing boomer neighbor issues. This is going to be good. I was told this story would be appreciated here. We moved into a rental house in a neighborhood with our 3 kids, and the day after we moved in, our boober our boomer neighbor, let's call him Gene, knocked on our door after my husband left for work. When I answered the door, he skipped all the pleasantries and introductions to gruffly inform me that the light switch in my family room closet needed to be turned off immediately, and that it was my duty to ensure that it was kept off.
Ew. Oh, God. I just bumped everything. I apologize.
Whoa.
Boomer neighbor, my duty.
Obviously puzzled by this demand, I asked what the switch was for. He said that the switch was for an exterior patio light and would shine into his bedroom at night and keep him awake, which was not acceptable. I figured the kids had turned it on while exploring the new house, so I assured him I'd turn it off. Without another word, he turned on his heel and went home. Unfortunately, my rude Gene encounters persisted during the 18 months we lived there. He would wait for my husband to leave, then come and complain and gripe at me about something we had done wrong. Our dogs would loudly sniff at the fence if he was outside, our sprinkler was spraying too high, our trash can was too close to his, etc., etc. Our other neighbors adored us and our kids, so I really don't think we were the problem. I finally stopped answering the door, so he just started leaving notes and even went as far as to find me on Facebook and send a message there. Just the worst. Husband tried to talk to him and tell him to leave me alone, but he'd deny any wrongdoing. Reasoning with him was just pointless, so we made the decision to ignore him the best we could. We were finally moving to a new place out of town, and my husband went back to do the final walkthrough of the house. When he left for the final time, he called me to let me know he had a gift for me. The last thing he did before locking the door and leaving that house for good was turning on the patio light switch in the closet, knowing full well the landlord wouldn't be there for final cleaning in 4 days. Best gift ever. I still laugh when I think about it. I love that so much.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me?
You're just doing the can on the couch.
That is my favorite. red flag right away when I read that was, why is he waiting for your husband to leave?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he wants to sit and yell at a woman. He doesn't want to talk down to your husband because your husband probably is a lot scarier than you.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe I just need to be scarier than my husband so that the men will go to him instead of me.
Yeah.
I'll be like, she's scary. I need to start lifting weights.
This person was like, our dog sniffed loudly at the fence, and for that reason, I'm out. What a moron. I'd consider upping the wattage on that bulb.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Get one of these bulbs.
Yeah.
Put that on.
Yeah. Like, what does that even mean your dog is sniffing loudly? Like, a normal dog sound?
Yeah, a normal dog sound. To somebody who is crotchety and has nothing but unpleasantries in his life, so he must bestow them upon his neighbors. Because you are a happy family, and he wants to ruin it.
Yeah.
Ruin it.
Yeah, basically. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would have kept that sucker on 24/7.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'd have kept it on, and then I would never answer my door if he was over there. If it was him, nope. I'd install a Ring doorbell, and I would never answer it if it was him.
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
like, go away. Go away, please. No, thank you. We don't want any. I don't want your Girl Scout cookies, Jean. Bye.
Seriously. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any neighbors like that. But I seen on TikTok this one woman. It was kind of like that. I think she was having issues up in the old, whatever this is called, dome. Because she knocked on her neighbor's door. And she's like, your light, wherever, she said, is pointing right into my window. And I can't sleep. Blah, blah, blah. Just like this. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a light there. There's no light there. And she goes, yes, there is. Don't, blah, blah, blah. And then she came again saying she heard a crying baby. And she's like, let me hold that baby. It's clearly upset and you can't take care of it correctly. It's like,
Oh, she's bonkers.
yeah, that's what I was like. And he's
She
like,
is
I don't have a baby.
Losing it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have a baby. I have I think he said like a 3-year-old or something.
Yeah.
Which they cry. But it's a different cry, not like a
Yeah, it's not a baby cry.
Yeah. So it was just, I think she was just losing it. She wasn't home, you know.
Yeah.
Someone else took residence. Okay.
Drugs.
So, drugs. Okay, so this last one is called AITA for explaining to my husband that he's the reason we keep having daughters. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Right.
let's see where it goes.
Right. So
A jury is very out, very confused.
I, 30 female, have 2 daughters, and I'm currently pregnant with my 3rd girl. We just found out this morning. On the drive to my husband's mother's house, he explained how he is a bit disappointed about having a girl. But then he said, I should have expected this because you have 3 sisters. I explained that me having 3 sisters has nothing to do with the gender of our child. He said it's genetics and that I'm the reason for our daughters. I told him that's not how biology works. He said,
no, it's not.
yes, it is. He then went on to explain that his mom only has 2 brothers and his 2 oldest brothers have 2 sons because of his mom's side. I told him that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense because it should be the same for him then. He said no, because both of their wives have more brothers and sisters. He was getting frustrated, but I was just laughing at him. I explained that him and his oldest 2 brothers have different dads, but out of his dad's 8 kids, 3 are boys and 5 are girls. The men determine the gender. He said that's not true because the kids his dad had with his mom are all boys. He dropped it and said he'll just ask his mom, who has a degree in biology. Good. Yeah.
Okay. I like where this is going.
So we get to his parents' house for brunch. Okay, so he asks his mom if I'm the reason we kept having girls. And that is so stupid. Anyway,
Yeah.
she
like,
told
oh
him
my God.
bluntly that men determine the gender, and it's actually not a 50-50 chance. Then she then went on to explain that the more of one gender you have, the higher the chance that your next child is going to be that gender. I didn't know that.
I don't know that either.
Yeah, so
He
he
has a degree
then,
in biology for a reason, I guess.
Right. So he then asked if it's likely that he'll have a boy. She told him that if he keeps trying, it might happen. He just walked to the car and said he's going for a drive. I received a text from him saying, I just spit, sorry. Received a text from him saying that I didn't have to embarrass him like that. I was so confused. AITA? No.
No.
He
Also-
was going on and on and on, and you shut him down by science, and he's not man enough to admit it.
Also, here's the thing. Didn't he ask his mom?
Uh-huh. He's the one that brought it up.
He's the one that... NTA, he's a narcissist.
Yeah.
Divorce.
Right.
Goodbye.
Right.
Sorry.
Because I knew that I learned a lot of things when I had my daughter. Like, I went through the deep dive of, like, what determines gender, what is the baby doing now, like, what's blah, 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 what is my body doing, you know? So, and I've always been really interested in that kind of stuff. So, I knew that I didn't make the gender.
Yeah.
So, when it said that, I was like, where did he hear that? That his wife makes the gender. Like,
Yeah.
what? What were you going to say? Did you say something? Like you were going to say something?
I think I was done with whatever I had said. If
Okay.
I said anything. I don't remember. I don't know.
Genetics are always a game of chance. For example, a biologist can give birth to an idiot.
Yes. That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Someone said, imagine showing your husband these comments like, babe, they're roasting you. OP, do not do this, but you should definitely imagine it. I mean, if he's not man enough to admit that he was wrong, like, ew.
My aunt's husband is like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
You don't know everything. No one knows everything.
Also, my soon-to-be former brother-in-law.
Oh.
Definitely that stupid. You know that.
Is it the same aunt?
Yeah.
I
Soon-to-be ex-brother-in-law.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't I know? Did I know that? And I just...
That he was stupid?
Well, I knew he was stupid, but I didn't know
that
they were
it's
going to
gonna-
get a divorce. Is that what you mean?
My sister?
Oh, I was not here. I was still on your...
My aunt and uncle.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was still over there.
No.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah. Not uncle-in-law.
I was so confused. Okay.
But it's
I'm
like, Lindsay, this is not a secret that he's stupid. He's a class A moron.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure he did believe that it was my sister's fault that they had girls.
Well,
I
mean,
think
it
that
was possible since he had a boy.
I was about to say, I think it's even more likely that he believes that now because he has a son.
No, it's just because...
But it's not. That's not how that works.
Because if that was true, then all of my dad's kids should have been girls.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird.
Biology's really weird.
Yeah, and genetics are really weird because, like, some of the things, like, me and my brother, for example, we come from the same two people, but look very different.
Complete opposites.
Yeah, but, like...
But it's funny because your sisters favor your dad, too.
Yeah. Oh,
They
weird.
all do. You guys all have the same face.
Yeah.
Like-
And then my brother looks like mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the older I get, the more I'm kind of looking like my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Genetics, I guess. But I'm built like my mom. But then genetics with you and your sisters, like y'all favor for sure. Oh, I can't say your
Don't
last
say
name.
my last name.
I know. I'll just bleep that out for sure. Their last name. They all look like their last name. Honestly, the way my papaw talks, it's like I'm related to the world. Oh, God. Sorry. I'm going to cut that part out. It does
Like
feel
you
like
almost
I'm
cut your
related to
ankle off of your like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this was fun. Let us know how you feel about the new
Yeah.
mics. Do we keep them? Whatever.
I think we should keep them. I like them.
I do too.
I think they're fun.
Yeah. The only thing I had for you was that when you were reading, it blocked your like. Look at me in there. Like this is what they could see. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah.
Just a couple times this
Yeah.
past, like, I don't know, 10 minutes, I'm booping and cutting things off. But yeah, it was, I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you next week.
Come back for more nonsense
Bye.
and more cats.
Oh, yes, definitely. We'll keep you updated on Scooby. Of
Yes.
course.
We will be updating you every week.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.